Howdy, my friend.
Welcome to Squirrel On Charts, your resource for advanced trading education. In today's video, you are going to learn 5 signs that a trend gets weaker and might reverse soon.
Let's jump right in. Sign number 1 is the final flag.
While there are many flags inside a trend that usually act as continuation patterns, there is also the final flag. This one is often a longer sideways market late in a trend, and often close to a support or resistance area. On the left-hand picture you can see a long sideways market late in the bearish trend. This sideways market is also close to a support area, as shown by the blue box. You can see how the market continued after the final flag and immediately turned, after reaching the support area. The situation on the right-hand picture is similar.
This time we have a bullish trend.
After the long sideways market late in the trend, the market made a final push towards the resistance area. You can clearly see how the market tried multiple times to break the resistance area, but without success.
Here are some more examples of a final flag.
In both examples, we can see an unusual long sideways market late in the trend. In both cases, the market tried to continue the trend but quickly turned around.
Alright, time for sign number 2.
This one is the so-called climax. Basically, it's a very strong bullish move, late in a bullish trend.
Or a strong bearish move, late in a bearish trend. Normally, trends start with very strong bars and over time lose momentum. The climax is the exact opposite.
As you can see in both examples, the strongest bars appeared late in the trend.
Oftentimes you then see a reversal in shape of a V.
These two examples perfectly show the very quick reversal. If you see some of the strongest bars late in the trend, there is a good chance that this might be a climax. But of course, wait for some form of confirmation.
Don't just randomly enter the market against a strong move. Sign number 3 is the broken trend line. This is something most traders are familiar with. There are 2 ways a market usually behaves after breaking the trend line.
Either you will see the market trying to continue the trend and reversing later, as you can see on the right-hand picture. Or, the market breaks through the trend line and the reversal immediately starts, as shown on the left-hand picture. While you could trade both scenarios, in my opinion, it is easier to trade the market when it tries to continue the trend after breaking the trend line.
Here are some more examples of a broken trend line.
Both examples show how the market tried to continue the trend after breaking the trend line.
So this is a very common occurrence. Alright, time for sign number 4.
This one is about wedges with 3 pushes, very late in a trend. On the left-hand picture you can see a bearish trend that ended immediately after the 3rd push of the wedge. By the way, the best wedges are those where you can draw a trend line that connects the highs or lows of the wedge.
On the right-hand picture you can see an example of a bullish trend that ended with a small wedge.
However, this time the market tried a few more times to make a new high, but without success.
I've got 2 more examples for you.
The one on the left-hand side is a wedge late in a bearish trend that leads to a reversal right after the 3rd push.
The right-hand picture is interesting as well. Again, we've got a good-looking wedge fairly late in a bearish trend.
However, as you can see, after the 3rd push of the wedge, there is no reaction from the market. The bearish trend just slowly continues. While this is an example of an unsuccessful reversal, it shows the importance of waiting for some form of confirmation, instead of mindlessly entering the market.
Okay, sign number 5 is a bit different. Because you will rarely ever see a single signal or price action pattern on the chart.
Often you will see multiple ones, and of course, the more patterns and signals in your direction, the better. On the left-hand picture, you can see a wedge late in the trend that also includes a final flag, followed by a climax.
The example on the right is similar. We've got a long sideways move in the form of a triangle, late in the trend.
This is followed by a very strong climax. After the climax, the market formed a double top before reversing down.
Here, on the left-hand side we have a trend with a broken trend line.
After the trend line was broken, the market tried to continue the trend with some very strong bars. However, after the market reached the support area, shown by the blue box, the market made a false breakout and immediately reversed.
On the right-hand picture you can also see a broken trend line.
This time, the market tried to continue so fast that it formed an obvious climax that turns into a sharp reversal.
Okay, I've got 2 more examples for you.
On the left picture you can see a trend in the form of a big wedge with 3 pushes. Late in the trend, you can see an unusual long sideways market, followed by a climax that reached the resistance area.
On the right-hand side we have a final flag in the form of a triangle. This final flag is followed by a climax. The market then tried to make a new high.
However, this move that also contains a wedge just formed a double top before reversing down. So, these were 5 signs of a trend that gets weaker and might reverse soon.
However, I want to give you a little bonus. This concept is too important to ignore it in a video like this. Most of the time, the market won't reverse immediately in a V shape. You've seen this before on most of the pictures, but let me say it again.
Usually, the market tries to continue the trend after a reversal signal. You can see it on the 2 charts, but also on most of the prior chart examples I've shown you. This continuation of the trend after a reversal signal is what I call a continuation swing. If you want to improve your skills as a trader, you should pay close attention to this swing. On the left-hand picture you can see a reversal after a climax late in the trend. However, the market then tried to resume the trend. But you can clearly see that this continuation swing was very weak and showed up almost in the form of a sideways market. This increases the chance that the bearish trend might come to an end.
The right-hand side is similar. After a climax, the market reversed a bit.
But then a continuation swing tried to make a new high. This continuation swing is fairly weak and also appears in the form of a wedge, with 3 swings. The continuation swing ended up forming a double top, which is something you see quite often. After the double top, the market reversed. So please pay attention to the continuation swing and how strong it is.
And if you want to get better at trading trend reversals, I've made a whole video about it. I will put the link in the video description. Alright, thanks so much for watching.
If you are interested in more advanced trading education, feel free to subscribe.
Good luck on your journey. See you next time, bye.